Dubai prime residential prices surged 58.9%, and Philip Morris offers $16 billion for a smokeless tobacco company. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Farah. Prices in Dubai's residential market continue to expand, with prime residential prices encompassing the Palm Jumeirah, Emirates Hills and Jumeirah Bay Island surging by 58.9% over the last 12 months. Knight Frank analysis reveals that overall, house prices in Dubai grew by 10.6% last year and rose by a further 2.6% during the first 3 months of 2022. The latest increase leaves values 11.3% higher than Q1 2021. This is the highest rate of annual growth since January 2015. Qatar and Kuwait are the latest Gulf oil producers to lower their June official selling prices for certain crude grades. It comes as COVID lockdowns in China and the Ukraine war continue to dampen demand. Earlier this week, Saudi Aramco also lowered its oil price for June shipments to Asia for the first time in 4 months. Oil rose to above $102 a barrel this morning as virus cases eased in China ahead of U.S. inflation data that may influence the pace of interest rate hikes. West Texas futures rebounded after plunging around 9% over the past 2 days. COVID infections in Shanghai and Beijing have dropped, and this is spurring optimism after lockdowns led to surging inflation in April. The U.S. Consumer Price Index print is scheduled to be released later today. Marlboro maker Philip Morris has offered $16 billion to acquire smokeless tobacco company Swedish Match as it expands beyond its traditional cigarette business. The board of Swedish Match recommended that its shareholders accept the bid of $10.57 per share, nearly 40% above its closing share price on Monday. Philip Morris sells brands like Marlboro's and Chesterfields in 180 markets outside of the U.S., and it's invested billions since 2008 in vapor products, oral nicotine, and other so-called reduced risk products. Toyota posted a record full-year net profit today, helped by strong sales and a cheaper yen, but it issued cautious forecasts as the pandemic and the Ukraine war disrupt supply chains. The Japanese auto giant, which kept its crown as the world's top-selling car maker in 2021, reported a net profit of $22 billion, up 26.9% from the previous year. But for the current year to March 2023, it expects annual net profit of $17.3 billion, citing ongoing uncertainties. Boeing handed over 35 jets in April, a decline from 41 in March, but more than double the 17 planes in the year-ago period. The deliveries come despite the plane maker's battles with industrial and regulatory hardships across its portfolio. Boeing's deliveries fell in April as handovers of its 787 Dreamliner planes are still halted due to a range of production flaws and amid certification risks on its forthcoming 737 MAX 10 and 777X jet. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest loser today is Gautam Adani and family, down $8.4 billion with net wealth of $109.8 billion. Our second biggest loser today is Mukesh Ambani, down $2.7 billion with net wealth of $91.3 billion. And our third place loser is Savitri Jindal and family, down $1.3 billion with net wealth of $16 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest billionaires news. And staying with billionaires, Elon Musk says as owner of Twitter, he would lift the ban on Donald Trump, arguing that kicking Trump off the platform alienated a large part of the country. Musk's endorsement of a Trump return to the global messaging platform triggered fears among activists that Musk would open the floodgates of hate. Trump has stated publicly that he would not come back to Twitter if permitted, opting instead to stick with his own social network, which has failed to gain traction. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.